Hey guys, well this is my review of the new crime movie, The Snowman, so here we go. Now the plot. The plot I felt was it was ropey, it dragged a little bit, like there seemed to be two stories. You had the story of the main story, which should have been the main story, the investigation of the Snowman killer, and the story of the main character Michael Fassbender's Harry the detective, having the family dramas, and I felt like you weren't sure which was the main story. So I think the Snowman killing should have been the main story. That is what should have been the main story. The family crisis thing, whatever, that should have been secondary. But the Snowman killing investigation should have been the main focus of the story. And I felt there was no build-up. I didn't feel like, normally in this kind of movie, in a crime thriller like this, there's a build-up, like a build-up to a body or something. There was no build-up. I just didn't get that sense of feeling of build-up, but like I just didn't get it. And there was no tension in some of the scenes, like maybe some of the body scenes, there was no tension there. Like, the scene where the woman's killed in the hen house, I just didn't feel any tension there. And another thing was there was parts where, where we're going back into the past with the other detective, the detective who shot his head off. I didn't know at first if that was part of their story, the current story, or if that was back in the past. I felt it could have been, I just got confused at times. I felt that could have been better indicated. They could have better indicated that those were flashbacks. Like, maybe what they could have done was maybe grade them, even do maybe, well, not such black and white, maybe just make the cinematography a little more different so we knew that this was flashbacks instead of confusing it with the story we were currently watching. I just felt more could have been done to differentiate past events and present events. Now, the characters. I did like Michael Fassbender's Harry because from the get-go we can see that he is a character battling demons. He's battling addictions to alcohol and cigarettes. So there's demons there which sort of prevent him from bonding with other people, especially his own son. But the kid doesn't know he's his son and he has no drive to tell him. And plus, I didn't feel that he had any drive to solve the case. He just seemed to be drifting. I was like, oh, this is... Like, I just didn't feel he was a detective driven enough to find the killer. It was only towards the end that he got more driven to solve the case when he realised who the killer was. I just felt like the character could have been a little bit more motivated to solve this very dark case. And Jonas Carlson, I did enjoy his character. I felt there was a sense of malevolence there from the start, to be honest. I had an inkling. I was thinking, what if he's the murderer? No, that's too much of a coincidence. That would be too obvious. But at the time, one thing I noticed was that he was very, and I think this is what got me thinking, he got on very well with Harry. That Matthias did. He got on very well. With parents and other partner and wives' boyfriends, like there's no dislike around this. It's a very fragile thing, but these two got on so I just thought, that's very odd the way he's very nice to him. That's very odd. Even helping him with the prescription. I just felt there was an obvious indication he was the killer. But no, I just still felt that he was a very silent, malevolent character, and I did enjoy that. And actually, I think it was a little bit clever that he was the kid in the flashback, in the prologue flashback at the very start. Because then I thought it was Harry who was the kid at the very start. My additional notes are, I love the cinematography of all the snow in Sweden. I thought all that, the snow and all, so I just thought that was very, well not crispy, it was very wintry, it was very beautiful scenery and all the snow-capped mountains. And I think the idea of a snowman killer who leaves a snowman every time he kills, I thought that was a very clever concept. Now, this movie was adapted from a book, so we have to thank the writer for that, the writer of the book for that, but I still think that it was a very clever concept. And the prologue at the start, the prologue which leads us to think, we don't know, is that a prologue to do with the main character or is that to do with the killer? That's probably one of the things where we aren't a little bit sure. But no, I still think it was a little clever little story device, but still it didn't help save the plot, I think. Anyway guys, thanks for checking out my review of The Snowman. It could have been better, but sure. There you go. That's apparently they rushed through production on the movie. The production and rush for it. That's what happens when you rush making a movie. It comes out all bad and flimsy and all. So you should take your time making a movie. Don't rush it. But anyway, guys, thanks for checking out my review and stay tuned for my later reviews of more other recently released movies. Bye.